Okay. It says that I'm live. So let's see who have I got here. Well, I'm here. Thanks, Rob. Well, thanks for coming by, Penny. At least, yeah. So I got at least a couple of you there anyway. It says that I have 5 of you. So I don't know who all will be here. But, yeah. So I have a few things for doing the triggers. I figured I'd play Octortle because I didn't play today's game. And, I suppose I could play the Nordle game too if you guys wanted. What else could I play? I don't know. We could think of something. And of course, the whole triggers thing. And is there anything else to talk about today? I suppose there's still the woes of the fact that I don't have access to my my original channel. A tad lower than usual. You know what? It's probably because it never got adjusted. Let me do this. And give me a quick sec. What's going on here? Well, let me just try it like this. How's this now? Let's just go all the way up. How's this? Boink. How about now? How's it now? Is that good? Up, 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 up. Up, 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 up. Let me check on the other. Okay, thanks, everybody. Let me make sure. Hey, James. How's it going? Okay, Chris. Glad to know it's better. Okay. No, I almost, well, I didn't know if it not died exactly, but yeah, lost access to my channel, at least until, I mean, my theory is, unless somebody else has a magic in with YouTube somewhere, but, short of, that somebody that working straight from YouTube being able to help me, I'm going to try to get this channel up to speed so it can be on the partnership program, and then I can have access to a human, because I read that you can have access to a human if you're in the partnership program, but you have to be logged in to your account that's part of the partnership program to be able to get that access. So I need the access to get into the channel that has the access, so I can't get the access. Kind of a catch-22 sort of thing. Huh. I don't know whether you mentioned that about your middle name or not, Rob. If you did, I don't remember, but I don't remember barely anything, so that doesn't surprise me. What's going to go on today? I'm going to go ahead and go into the playing Octortle just because why not? Wrong one. I went to the wrong thing there. The guy that was helping me has sort of disappeared, man, so I don't know. He just sort of stopped responding to me saying, hey, dude, what's going on? So I don't know. Yeah, he'd be the only one I would think that might be able to help me out, but yeah, I mean, I doubt even he'd be able to help me out now that I think about it, because he only had access to my channel because I gave him permission. So, although, because I don't know that he could go in and change anything. He could edit descriptions and things on the videos, but anyway, but he doesn't have access anymore, so anyway. Now I need to do this. Come here, OBS, you come over here. And now I come over here. And let's go to the daily game, I guess. And Oh yeah, I see what you mean, Rob. Yeah, but since they don't have access to the channel anymore, then would have been a good idea, maybe. I think that one's going to be axiom, isn't it? Okay. And that other one starts with M. M-O. Could be moved. Could be moped. Could be all kinds of things. Oops, there's somebody upstairs. Well, I'm going to say stamp, just because why not? What do you know? I was right even. That one's probably like model. Okay, I was lucky. I thought maybe it was going to be stunk instead of stung, but okay. That's probably title, isn't it? Okay. Opine. And large, isn't it? And model. Okay. And posy. Hey, got it. And, oh, you know what? I need to start my timers. All right, let's do, oops. Let's start this one and this one, and there we go. Now they should be all going and doing their thing. One huge change for the timers is that there won't be commercial breaks because this isn't a monetized channel, so there'll be breaks, just not commercial breaks. Let's do extreme, I guess, first. I like to go harder to the easiest, I think, is what I like best. And I think you guys are right, Chris and Rob both. I just don't know any YouTubers well enough that they would be, that'd be a possible thing. Hey, Kate Menda, good to see you. Thanks for coming by. I'm going to put in plum. It's risky. All right, that's going to be floss, isn't it? Swept, maybe. Rebus. Okay. Swamp. Cavil? Is that C-A-V-I-L? Well, I appreciate the sentiment, Rob. I don't know. Instead of whatever you are now. I'm going to say it's swept, I think. Yay. So that one is going to be swamp. And I don't. Gizmo? G-I-Z-M-O. What do you know? Condo? I think that one is cavil. I can't even remember what that word means, to be honest. Inlay. Yay, we got it. Okay, everybody need to block your eyes because it's going to go to the thing here. I don't know, maybe not. There we go. So that was extreme. We want to go to classic, and then we'll do sequence, and then we'll do chill. Oops, I need to shrink those, don't I? Just realized. Come on, shrink. Here we go. Now let's go to this one, shrink. Here you go, shrink, there we go. Live editing. Alright. Now I should be able to go back to playing. Alright, so is that going to be shout down there? And onset. And snowy maybe. And sinew. And probably stand, I guess. So what's that one, moody maybe? I don't know. Let's put in plum. So yeah, I'm going to say it's moody. And glove maybe. And what's the last one? Karma. Yay. So now let's do the sequence. Okay. And hefty. And I don't know, let's put it draw the blank. What is that going to be? Sneer? Is that two E's? I thought that, well, okay, it was two E's. Okay. Okay, what is this here now? Stand. And this one is bevel or bezel. Okay. Stock. And what is that? Wretch. Okay. Now we'll do the chill, I guess. Alright, well, corny is pretty obvious, isn't it? Risky is pretty obvious, too. And one could be sixth. What else could it be? Could be brown. Could be grown. Could be drown. What's the funniest movie? Caddyshack and Kingpin. I like Caddyshack quite a bit. Comedy movie. I like Young Frankenstein quite a bit. That's a really good comedy. I have to think about it. I think right now I'm going to say Young Frankenstein, but there's probably something else in the back of my head somehow that I liked. I think I'm going to say it's sixth. What do you know? I'm going to put in plum. Okay, I'm going to say it's bound. Alright, mimic maybe? And brown, I guess. Okay, and then what? Union. And then hotel? What do you know? Alright, let's put this back over here. Let's put this back like that. Where am I at on the time for everything as well? There's that one, there's that one. They're not too far off from each other. Let me get a little bit of water. Just realizing I haven't really spent that much time watching all that many comedies. Yeah, I don't know. Guess none are coming to mind. I think with me, I don't know, comedies tend to, like for example, when I was a kid, I really liked, because I just brought up Young Frankenstein, I really liked Blazing Saddles, but I don't really care for it that much now. It's just kind of, oh, you know what? I just realized. See what you guys think are better. Okay, so I've been wearing these. These are my reading glasses. These are just over-the-counter things, but they happen to be a good distance, or a good focal length for me sitting at the computer. However, I got new glasses, so these are actual prescription glasses that my hair's getting caught on that. Right? Now it's weird to me but I don't know. They're still weird for me to wear because they weigh weirdly on my head anyway, but I was going to wear the ones I always wear just because I always wear them, and it kind of seems fitting, almost like a uniform of sorts. But if you guys liked them well enough, I suppose I'd wear the new ones, but So, new ones or old ones? Well, I'm going to stick with the old ones for a minute, and unless a bunch of people say they like the new ones. Anyway, so I'm going to do microphone brushing. I'm going to start with just brushing some microphone a little bit. Brushing the microphone just a little bit. Brushing the microphone just a little bit. Brushing the microphone just a little bit. Now we'll go over here, and I'll brush this microphone just a little bit, just softly, brushing the microphone, just softly, brushing the microphone, softly, brushing the microphone, softly brushing the microphone. Now we'll switch to this here, and we will softly brush this microphone, softly and slowly brushing the microphone. You know, I have to say, Kate Manda, that here I'll go back and forth between the two glasses again really quick, because they weigh differently, so they feel odd on my face. Because these ones are so much smaller. These ones are, I hadn't realized how much bigger the actual lens is. And so, I don't know. It's weird. I think I can actually, I don't know if they're really any better or not, you know, for me to read. It's like they're not quite, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not used to them yet. Anyway, they feel heavier. I don't know. Should that matter much? But for right now, these are fine for. So Quan is in for the mic brushing. Let's just get back to the mic brushing, Bill. Brushing the microphone. I'll do some close-up whispering, and then I will brush into the microphone. Here, let's do that. See if I'm coordinated enough to do it today. Brush over there while I'm whispering over here. I can brush quietly into the microphone while I'm whispering quietly into this microphone. And I can brush over guess well, you can still actually give to the primary account. The money still does come to me. I just can't go in and like change my address or anything like that. I don't know what I'm going to do when it comes time for tax time, because how are they going to send me the information? Last time I actually went and had to download it off the website, so I don't know what they're going to do about that. Hopefully we'll have it fixed by then, but and also I'm in the process of getting Patreon back, so I just sent them some information and they're supposed to get back to me. So hopefully, well, I'm hoping Monday, right? Because last I heard was from a woman on Friday. But I got handed off from one woman to another woman. And the second woman, I don't think quite understood where I was coming from, so it took her a minute to get. So, not exactly just yet, Rob, but they are going to be. So, at least it seems like they're going to be. I guess all remains to be seen so far, but the good news is I finally got the computer dialed in, I think for real this time. So I guess I'll find out over the next couple of days if I can actually get anything done. Because, man, before it was just really, really horribly slow. Holy mackerel. But anyway, so oopsie daisy. It's time to take a break. So I'm going to take a break. So I will be right back. Let's come back to there. Okay. Let me have some more water. I should have had that during the break, shouldn't I? So I think the next thing I will do is some beard brushing. Both the brushing of the beard and then the tapping on the back of the beard brush itself. I just realized my hair is all poofy today. Let's go to the other side now for a bit. So I guess I was just looking at your guys' comments and thinking about, what to do to get the channel momentum back. Because I was finally getting good momentum on the other channel, and but anyway, so I guess the thing is now just tell your friends, right? Go subscribe to Bill. Okay, let's do a little bit of tapping. A little bit of tapping onto the back of the beard brush. back the other way. Should go a little bit faster now. Do some speaking softly over here while I'm tapping over there. Speaking very softly over here while I'm tapping over there. And speaking softly over here while I'm tapping over there. Now I'm going to switch around. And so now I will speak softly over here while I tap over there. And I will speak softly over here while I tap over there. And people upstairs make quite a ruckus. Hopefully it's not too intrusive. So I'm tapping over there while I'm whispering over here, and I'm tapping over there while I'm whispering over here. Tapping over there while I'm whispering over here. Tapping over there while I'm whispering over here. Now I will switch. And I will tap over there while I whisper over here. And I will tap over there while I whisper over here. And I will tap over there while I whisper over here. Okay, what's next? I'll probably come back around to these, but I think what I will do next is the jar with the single chopstick. The whole face is getting itchy. Anyway, here we go. It's no wonder people that don't get ASMR make fun of us, isn't it? Okay. What's next? I guess. How about the good old chunk of wood? Do some tapping on the good old chunk of wood, and then I will do some brushing on the good old chunk of wood. So we'll start with just tapping with the pads of my fingers. Sharp with no consequences, that's a good one. It's kind of like our own endogenous sort of thing, isn't it? Do a little bit faster. Wait, what's in the comments? Try with the fingernails now for a little bit. Hey, there's 10 of us. I like that face. That's a good one. Okay, I'm going to have to brush on the end grain now for a while. I think the propagation through my, field is happening. I'm grabbing the chopstick is not the brush, man. See, it's got me so confused already. All right, here we go. We're going to brush on the end grain of the good old chunk of wood. And we're brushing the end of the chunk of wood. Let's go over to the other microphone. Oops, let me switch hands too so you can see what I'm painting on as I'm painting on it with no paint. Try not to bump the microphone's bell. I think by now I'd be better at doing this, right? Without bumping the mics and all that kind of thing. When I do this stuff, time gets so weird. Like there's times I'll look over at the clock and it's like barely any time's passed at all, and then there's other times I'll look over at the clock and it's like many minutes have passed. Okay, we should be getting near the end of this particular break time. Yeah. Oops. Thanks, Javon. Okay, time for me to take a break. I will be back in just a moment or two. Okay, and so I'm back. And you know, I think I'm of a mind to go back and play some, I guess I'll play Quirtle practice Quirtle. So let me get this back over here. And let me get that over there like that. And let's go to, I guess we'll go to this. There we are. All right, let me go over here. There we go. Let me go here. I should shrink myself just a little bit more. There we go. All right, now I'm good and shrunken. So let's see what we have here. So let's say cushy joint freak. And I don't see what that is just now. Let's put in plum. Yikes. Let's put in waged. Ridge. Dirge. Wait, hang on. I got something in the way so I can't see the comments. There we go. Well, I think I'm going to have to get this channel up and monetized before I can have any access to help from YouTube. At least that's what it seems like to me. Oops, I need to get back over here. All right, there we go. And, huh. I don't see what this is. Valor. Okay. Weedy. Okay. And steel. And tent. Oops. And vocal. And quark, I guess. Oops. What do you know? Okay, looks like I got another. Actually, I did reach out to, I guess there's two different sites. One of them is like Team YouTube, and the other one's like YouTube Creators something or other. Yeah, I did try reaching out to them, and I got kind of the same old runaround. So, and actually, they're the ones that suggested. Well, not the only ones, but they were among the ones that suggested that I could access actual help from inside of a channel that, you know, was already partnered. So it's like, all right, I get it. Until you make a money, they don't really care. At least that's the way it looks. What is this now? Lemur, yeah. Okay. Stood. Frill, I guess. Gully. And fizzy, I suppose. And shiny. And tally. And what do we have in comments here? Working the night shift. Well, I hope you're having a decent night shift tonight. I suppose in a way I am too, aren't I? Although I think my work is probably better than a lot of people's work, so I don't know, can I even call this work? Huh. I'm not sure I see what that's supposed to be. Phony, I guess. Yeah. Huh. Oh, desk guy to doctor's office. Yikes. That seems pretty dull for a night job. Unwed. There we go. Clout. Drunk. And study. And plump. And surly. And hyena. Yippee-yi-yay. Okay. Thanks, Faith. What's going on here? There we go. Yeah, let's play another one of these, and then I'll think about maybe something else to do. And unset, maybe. And shoot. And nicer. Carve. And okay. Raven. Nope. Hmm. Raged. No. I don't see it. Huh. Does anybody else see it? Hang on a second. What if somebody called you? Somebody called me Billy Bob and turned you into a snake. I don't know, man. That sounds like that could be a bad trip. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's ever, I don't know. I don't think anybody's ever called me Billy Bob. You know? I don't know. I don't think so. What is this? R-A... R-A what? Ramen? Is that what it is? Yikes, okay. And... lichen. And gets this thing about turning me into a snake from? That just seems so weird. But you know, have some fun, right? I mean, and jaunt, I guess, yeah. And I don't know. Spawn. Piety. Just thinking out loud. What is this now? Wager? Oh, I should have said wager, not that. Heebie-jeebie. First. And what now? Owner? Oops. And not seeing it. Huh. I don't see it. Does anybody else know what it is? Thanks, Jason. I appreciate the support. That means a lot. So, yeah, thanks. I don't know. Oh, I know what it is. It's radii, isn't it? Yikes. All right. And rotor. Oops. All right. Let's do. Wait, how much time do I have left? Oh, plenty of time. So let's do another game, I guess. Joker. And that could be a lot of things. Brain, drain, drain. Oh, hints then, I guess. Okay. Sinew. Enact. Roast. And probably quarter or cover. And bring. Yippee-yi-yay. Alright. Yeah, let's go back to the normal screen. Normal screen. The other. There we go. So here I can put this back over that way. Like also brought a bag of crinkling stuff, which I will take some of the stuff out of in order to crinkle some of it, which bits do I crinkle slides. Well, I'm definitely going to I don't think I did this last time. But let's do the metallicized snack bar wrapper. You should get your eyes on your comic you're working on. I suppose that you should probably stop watching me if you're supposed to be doing something that's actually that you should be working on. Okay. The metallicized snack bar wrapper. Crinkling with a metallicized plastic snack bar wrapper. Okay, I think I'm going to switch into, well, I'll switch to now. Let's just put this over here. That's fine. Let's do this one here. Again, it isn't exactly crinkling as much as sort of a rustling sound, but I like it anyway. Hey Dylan, how's it going, man? Thanks for coming by. Okay, it's almost time for the next break. Which is kind of taking us to about halfway. Okay, time for another break. I will be back momentarily. And here we go. Okay, so I am back, and oh, thanks for that, Dylan. Oh, okay, I misunderstood the whole thing about getting your eyes on your comic strip. Sorry about that, Siobhan. Yikes. Well, I'd say I'd tell people about it, but there's only like 11 people here, so maybe my reach isn't what it once was, but Yeah, if you want to say anything about it in the comments, that would be great. Otherwise, hey, everybody, check out Javon's comic book. You can certainly put the link up. I won't mark it as spam. Okay. Let's move on to this. So these, I think one of these is like a lot longer than the others. I think it's this one. Maybe not, maybe it doesn't matter. They're all kind of more or less the same, aren't they? This one's a pouch, this one's a pouch. Let's set aside the pouch to go with the other pouch. Okay. I guess it's just that bunch of small bubble wrap. Well, good luck in getting it up and going, man. I'd love to see it when you're done. Let's do this one with the, that is the bubble wrap and paper. It's bubble wrap inside, right? But paper on the outside, so you get kind of a got no questions. How's the garden? The garden's been doing pretty well for the most part. There's a couple of plants that cats seem to keep getting at, and it drives me nuts. I wish they'd just get out of the garden and stay out of the garden. Cats, and there's a couple of spots where deers have been nosing around too, which Yeah, theirs are okay, but I just don't want them in my garden. Okay, let's move on to what else have we got? Where's the other pouches? Here's these ones. How about these ones? I have the pouch with the smaller bubbles, and then there's a pouch with the bigger bubbles. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, luckily they haven't been eating up too much stuff, so hoping that stuff I'm planning is not stuff they like eating. Let's move these back and forth a little bit. Huh. I'm glad you liked all the collection of CDs. Yeah, unfortunately, that don't seem to have any more. I thought for sure that there was other CDs in places, but they have ceased to exist in some way. I think I'm going to move to the heavier duty bag of crinkle. And I might revisit some of the other triggers. Oh, I also brought the backgammon set because people seem to like my tracing on the outside of that. bunch of CDs in the trash. Talk about nice find. Links back Cameron and card game videos. Well, I'm probably going to be doing a bunch of gaming videos, at least in the near future, just because. Well, we'll see. My thinking is that they're popular, so it might be a good thing for me to do for trying to get this channel off the ground, at least initially. Off of AliExpress. No, I haven't bought anything off of AliExpress. Bought a few things from Amazon, but actually I bought a bunch of things from Amazon, but nothing off AliExpress. Most everything from AliExpress is out of China, right? Isn't that the whole point? I really like this big bag crinkle sound. It's one of my more favorite crinkle sounds. Oops, there's pooches. I would think you'd be able to find one for an MP3 player. I had one that I wish I could remember who made it, but it was a simple little, well, they're all pretty simple little doodads, aren't they? But mine worked pretty well. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Apple either. I don't think there's such a thing as the ultimate way to listen to music that would fit for everybody. Right? Everybody's ears are different, everybody's tastes are different. I mean, if you're looking for something that's gonna, do excellent things when it has to do with, crunching numbers or whatever, then certainly you'll want to use digital just because it works better for, the way we measure things. But, if you like the sound of vinyl, listen to vinyl. If you like the sound of tape, listen to tape. If it doesn't matter, then listen to whatever is at hand, I think older forms of, music media like vinyl and tape, especially reel-to-reel tape or vinyl, because there's so much to putting, the material up, putting it on the player and starting it up and all of that. There's a lot of fun involved in that, I think. Yeah, and out of all the media, cassette is not so great. Oops, there we go. Another break timer has gone by, so I'm going to take a quick break and I will be back. Okay, back to here. And got a yard sale for $3. Yeah, a lot of audiophiles are very big into vinyl. And again, if you mean quality is what you like, then fine. But if, for example, vinyl doesn't have as good a signal-to-noise ratio as digital. Just nowhere. It's just not even close. And it doesn't have the same frequency response as digital either. It's not even close. I mean, it's, vinyl purposely has the low end rolled off because otherwise the needles would be bouncing out of the grooves. Anyway. But if you like vinyl, listen to vinyl. If you like digital, listen to digital. If you like tape, listen to tape. Right? Listen to, Man, when I was a kid, I was super excited to have my little AM radio, right? Which was, you know, not much bigger than the size of a mouse. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't much bigger than this. You know, it was like this little thing, and you held it up to your ear. Had two knobs. Had a volume knob that was the on-off at the same time. You know, clicked on and kept turning it to get volume, and then the tuning knob. That was it. Two knobs, a speaker. That was it, man. Well, it's good that you're taking control of your depression there, Dylan. You know, that's a good thing, man. I hope that you can use that to leverage taking control of other stuff and having good and better things happen. Right? You know what I mean? Anyway, sounds like you're on to a good start, man. Let's hope for not just this week being good, but the next week being good too, man. Yeah. We will cross our fingers for that. Yeah, I'm going to go back to doing some of the jar noises, just because why not? And here we go. Go to the other side now. Let's do, what else do I want to do here? Oh, I didn't get out the. Let's do this. Just because it seems to be a pretty popular thing for people. When I did the video and I started off, at least for part of it, doing that. Where I was kind of going along the. And I know I don't do these types of things very often. Need to find a better way of holding these up. Some days my hands really stick to the vinyl. Not today. Something's going on upstairs. Sounds like they're running the shower by that full blast. Tapping on here, shall we? practicing, I guess. What's next, I wonder? I don't know, I'm feeling uninspired. How about we use the beard brush again for a little bit? Let's go push on this side now a little bit, shall we? Go over here like this. Hey, we've got 13 people. Wonder how long it'll take us to get back up to 60. Let's do some tapping. Do some tapping. Tapping, tapping. Tapping, tapping, tapping. And a little bit of babbling for good measure. Babbling, 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 and tapping, tapping, tapping. Babbling, babbling, babbling. And tapping, tapping, tapping. And babbling, babbling, babbling. And tapping, tapping, tapping. And babbling, babbling, babbling. And tapping, tapping, tapping. And babbling, babbling, babbling. I'm going to assume that that emoji means you're in good spirits. Is that what that's indicating, Javon? Babbling, 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 babbling. it's almost time to take another break. Okay, I will take a break, and I'll be back with you guys momentarily. Okay, and I'm back. And you know, I think I'm going to go play a game again. So I think that what I'm going to do, though, is what I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. Go here. Say here. Turn that off like that. Let's go over here like this. And there, and then now let me go to here and all this. That's funny. Yep, I guess we're break pros, man. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to go play some Nordle. So I'm going to go over to here, and yeah, I'll just stay down there. And here we go. Let's see how far I can get today. Oops, in the wrong window again. Here we go. Let's try again. And yikes. Wow. So, goody or doggy? Yay, we got lucky. Now, mostly I go over there and I pull on myself with my pull-up bar so I can decompress my spine. So there is the demystified version. Oh man, I don't know. That one be Spurn, I suppose. And Prawn, I guess. Alright. Purer. No. So, Rupee. Oh no. And Grave, I guess. Alright, well, didn't get very far at all today, did I? Well, I'll play for a little bit more. I'm a health kick. Yeah, well, I try now and again. I don't know. Taper. And probably, I guess, Fleer. What do they want right there? I don't know. Oh, there's a Y. I didn't see the Y. Crown, I guess. No. Croon, I guess. Oop. All right. Bad game today, that is for sure. So Prowl, I think. And oh, cool. Do you use any particular special pen? What? Nowhere else is going to be like that. Okay. And a head. And what do you know? Not so good today, man. Oh, what time is that? Okay. Snout, I guess, maybe. Snowy. Oops, hang on, I get comments now, I can't see it. Huh. Yeah, I recently acquired a fountain pen for, I don't know, it's kind of a weird long project, but I suck. My penmanship is really pretty bad. Oh, man. What is this going to be over here? A side, maybe? No? I know that one could just be Yahoo, couldn't it? What do you know? I don't know. Oh, is it like adieu? How do you spell that? What do you know? All right. Yeah, I thought about doing the fountain pen ASMR thing. I think I'll wait till I'm better at it, though. I don't know what this is, man. Axes? No. I'm not seeing it. Fountain pen math, yeah. That's kind of the thing. It seems like it would be fun to kind of write with a little bit of flair, you know. I don't know. I don't know what this is, man. All right, I'm going to use the weird puzzle thing here. So what do I have? I have E, I, A, and S. E, I, A, S. Let's go clear the filters and let's see what we have. I don't really know any of the positions or anything, do I? Oh, it does start with A. We know that. Okay. Starts with A. And it's 5 letters long. And let's see what we get. Aegis or advise. Okay, let's try Aegis. What do you know? Yay, that's what you get for using tools. Okay, man. And heist. And recap, probably. And Croc is my guess. Or is it going to be Crook? Nope, Croc, okay. Is it live or is it Memorex? Hey, MSC, how's it going, man? What do you know? Is true the word? I guess it is. Yikes. Okay. And it's going to be twixt, isn't it? And heave. Yeah, you should do that, Javon. Make videos and post them. Something artful will happen. Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. Short. Forte, I guess. And press, dress. Let's try plum, see what that gets us, I guess. Nothing over there. Metal. Cluck. Vivid. What do you want of it? Horde. And sauce. Oops. And what do we have here? Dress. Right? Alright, let's go back to the... This part. Come here, you. Back to here. Back to there. And I'll come back over to here. And we're going to look at that. You know what, now for a couple of minutes, I'll do the last break. I don't even know what a zoom does, man. That's how out of touch I am. But, yeah. Yeah, I had a friend that was, he insisted on using his Betamax and was constantly railing about how the world had made a mistake, that Betamax was so much better, and that, you know, we'd all rue the day that we didn't pick Sony for the Betamax thing or whatever. And it's like, dude, you lost the format wars, that's all. You know what I mean? Well, you know, Javon, I think as far as posting your art, I mean, here's the thing. The only thing about posting it online is once you post it, it's out there. You know what I mean? It's going to be next to impossible to unpost it, right? You know what I mean? It's just you can't put the genie back in the bottle. But if you're okay putting it up there, then put it up there, man. Don't worry about people liking it or not, though. I mean, I guess that's a hard thing to get over, isn't it, though? But I mean, that's the thing that I mess up with all the time. You know, is you get it in your head that it has to be some particular way, and it's like, just make it a thing that you can actually make and put out in the world, man. I think that's probably the better way. Now, having said that, you know, like I just said, I don't always succeed myself. All right, well, you know, it's going to be time to take another break here. This will be the last break until the end of tonight's episode anyway. Okay, I will see you guys in a bit. I am back. Let's see what I've missed. Microsoft's failed iPod. $1,000,025. Oh yeah, well, you know, Javon, I don't know. Doing art as a living is, I don't know, you should talk to my friend Steve. $25 in a Sony Walkman. I still don't know what a Zoom does, so I'm assuming it's one of those MP3 player type things. Oh, excuse me. Oh, man. I tell you, it's been a week. It's been a hectic week. Oh man, when I went down to the bank to just get access to my bank, because I mean I lost access to everything, right? Bank, medical, the whole deal. And so I called the bank and told them what was going on. They said just go ahead and come down, and so I went down to the bank. But they wanted me to be able to have my phone with me to do like that double, you know, two-factor authentication. I was like, but I'm here right now. Why can't you just? So I had to come home, get my phone, and then go back. Yikes. Anyway. I did try doing the hacked recovery route, and I still ended up not being able to do it. I don't remember why it was that it failed now off the top of my head, but yeah, I wasn't able to get anything to work. So I don't know. Yeah, somebody even sent me a video, and I tried going it through it by step, and it's like it gets to a certain part, and what happened for them is not what happened for me, and it was like, all right. So I don't know how that worked, but yeah. Oh yeah, I could turn off the one. I guess it's this one, isn't it? There we go. You guys don't need to see that one anymore because there's going to be no more short breaks because there's only 14 minutes left in the show altogether. Yeah, that would be funny. I regained my channel by actually hiring a hacker to hack it for me. That would be hilarious. You know, well, I don't know any hackers, but I don't know where stuff would get rewritten MSC, because I mean that's the thing is I mean you can well if you really want to have all of your data removed off a hard drive, you need to get one of those Gaussian whatever the hell. They're just basically like a giant magnet. But yeah, I suppose there's a possibility. I just don't know where I would take it, and you know what it would cost and all that stuff. At this point, I'm fine with the path of I'm just going to build up this secondary channel, and then I mean it shouldn't take that long, right? I mean it took me like from 2012 to 2025 to get to 30,000 subscribers, but it didn't take but a few months to get up to 37,000. So I'm hoping maybe just a month or two, you know, to get to 1,000. I don't know. So Monday I'm back to doing a mind test Monday. I know that's the only thing I put out this last week, and it didn't even get out on time. But man, I tell you, partially down to just me finding it difficult to get anything done, just mentally, but also partially to that man, the machine was just. I was like, I used to have like I had a workflow that I really finally liked, and I'm gonna have to go get all the software, and then, but at least I've got both monitors back, and so I can kind of get it back to what I want, and that'll be okay. But if it's not one thing, it's another. If it's not one thing, it's another. Yeah, I might look into the data recovery thing, but in all honesty, I'm not that hopeful about it. But now I'm just chilling out here at this point. Near the end of the day, man. Where's Rob? Rob, you're getting a few extra minutes. Not a lot of extra minutes, but a few extra minutes anyway. Somebody wake up Rob. So does anybody have any big requests for videos to put out? Because, I don't know. I'm just going to do it by the seat of my pants, and things that I think I can just get out in a hurry, I think is what I'm going to do for the next couple of weeks anyway. We'll see if I can. Evil timer. Yeah. Well, the evil timer tells us when the show ends, man. But yeah, so some mind test Monday, probably another sort of game. And I don't know, maybe I might even try and get 3 videos out this week. I don't know. Maybe I should just start with 1 and see how that goes. MaxVoxPax and MSE. Well, that's why I'm just sticking to the Bill MaxVoxPax 2 for right now, right? You know what I mean? But if the MaxVoxPax 2 doesn't fly, man, then I'll hit you up for the MSEs on the end of it there. Trying to draw animals. Yeah, I might try and do me drawing. I have some crayons somewhere. That might be kind of fun. Yeah, I'll put something together. But here, I'm going to tap on the beard brush. Oh, there you go. That might be an improvement. I don't know. It seems like it's working okay now, Faith, but man, the other day they sent me a thing to run, and it seemed okay for a second. I thought, okay, this seems all right, but I'll know better tomorrow when I try to actually get some work done. And I couldn't even open up Kdenlive, which is my editor I like doing for video editing, and it wouldn't even open it. And I thought, that's not tenable. So I sent them a message, whatever, and then they sent a message back saying, hey, could I describe, how things were failing, exactly like what it was doing. And So I thought, okay, let me go start things up so I can actually, see what's happening, and if there's any dialogue boxes. I didn't remember any dialogue boxes, but I figure I'd, anyway, and they started up fine. So, and it seems to be running fine this evening. I mean, did you guys notice any horrible performance, issues tonight? It seems like it's been fine. And I know what you mean, Faith, about that. I don't know. I mean, I didn't know that they were having any problems as of late, but man, I had been singing the praises of both System 76 hardware-wise and Pop! OS software-wise, because I'd had, like, almost no issue of any kind. And they have been really good about which, support, actually, having humans help you, But yeah, this particular tragedy was not fun. A hoary puff leg. Okay, I'll think of something. Bill evolved. I kind of like changing it maybe to MaxVoxPax 2 with the 2 O's, I mean. I think when I get that other channel back, I don't know what I'll have this one be. Build the next generation. That's funny. I like that one. You should take off the first build, though, right? So it'll just be MaxVoxPax, and then colon, build the next generation. Like with a comma in there or something, right? Build, comma, the next generation. I don't know. Or Return of the Son of. How did that go? It was those Frank Zappa guitar albums. One of them was Shut Up, Play Your Guitar, and the other one was The Son of Shut Up, Play Your Guitar, and then it was Return of the Son of Shut Up, Play Your Guitar. I think that's how it went. Oh, I didn't even notice. YouTube had sent me there's a little note here, and I didn't even realize that there was, oops. Come on now, get back there. And let's put this over here, I guess. And interesting. Excuse me. It was telling me that I was streaming too quickly. Have I listened to Slovenly Thinking of Empire? No, it doesn't ring a bell. So I guess the answer is no. Man, that's another frustrating thing, is that I spent so much time I'd been listening to Spotify for quite a while, fairly exclusively, and I was finally getting to the place that I was getting pretty consistent daily, mixes that I quite liked. And now I have to go back to starting at zero, man. The second billing, that's funny. That's the best one so far, the second billing. That's hilarious. Adventure King. That's funny. I love Adventure Time. That's a great show. I'd have to get the right hat and stuff to do the Ice King now. That's funny. I'll have to think about that. I guess I should start thinking about something to do for Halloween, huh? Nope, I never used my phone for email. I only use my phone for talking and texting. I'm not a big fan of the form factor of phones. I find them fiddly and too small. Okay, well, the show's coming to an end, gang. I hope everybody had a good time tonight. I had a good time, as usual. And of course, I'll be doing it next Saturday, And I guess keep your eyes open, right? So that, you can see the videos and subscribe and all that stuff, and tell your friends to subscribe and all that stuff and the like. Anyway, so there goes the timer. I'm going to say goodnight, everybody. So, aloha, siblings.